July 27th, 2025. Just another day of Rule by Podcast and Imitation. You probably have noticed that on most of my channels, I reposted an 1977 NBC News video. It's about a 1-hour video about nuclear waste dumping, and toxic waste from nuclear power plants. The reason why I've been posting these, it's part of the series where what we are talking about is how much of the current, highly enriched spent nuclear fuel can be recycled or reused, reprocessed, and that there is a enormous percentage of it, the potential energy, 95% or more, is still potentially available, meaning that there's enough potential electricity to run the United States now. I've heard up to 140 years, just with the current inventory of spent nuclear fuel. So what this means is that at some point, and I don't think it was this way from day one, that the atomic energy industry knew that it was basically, by not doing any fuel reprocessing, it was creating an enormous stockpile of potential energy for the future. A future where there's going to be a lot of data centers and a lot of data to crunch, so that we can take all that data collected from people, all that genomics data, and put it towards the next stage, next iteration of the Human Genome Project. Of course, the computers of the future are going to need power, and I think that the plan for probably 40 or 50 years right now has actually been to use spent nuclear fuel and to just put it aside today. That's why all the spent nuclear fuel is being stored in places such as caves that you can just back trucks up to and get it out very easily. Nothing is actually being fully buried underground. Anyways, I no sooner do that and share that video with a few people than Sabine Hassenfielder, whatever her name is, the one that always talks with the Russian accent like she has a bite rope in her mouth and she doesn't want to let go. She just did a full video right now on nuclear waste, nuclear dumping, barrels, leaking, radiation in the ocean. The same thing that's covered in the 1977 video that I just did. So even though my regular audience is not really growing, I think there's a lot of people in the know that are watching me. And I'm tickled because of that. I really appreciate the feedback, the follow-ups, and the replies. So just another day, imitation. Take care.